All right, guys, this is World Open round 3. If you missed round 1 and 2, that's on the YouTube channel. For round 3 of the World Open. At this point, I'm 1-1. I won the first round, and then I lost the second round, and then I play the third round here. Let me show you what happens here. Let me show you. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm playing. Who am I playing? I am playing Noah Tom Ford Totes. His last name is Tom Ford Totes. It was a long last name, right? But he's 2290, something like that. USCF. He's like 2,000 FIDE. FIDE's always super low, right? FIDE's tough getting a high FIDE rating. So he's master. He's a national master. Kid, like, you know, he's strong. He's strong. So I'm like, okay, I just have to play good. You know, I just have to play good. And I was winning this game. So let me show you what happens, guys. PlayOK274 says, hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So this is round 3 of the World Open. Round 3 of the World Open. Let me show you what happens. So I play white, E4, C5. Okay, after C5, what do I play on C5, guys? Class, what do I play? E4, C5. What is the move here? Fari said before this game that as a 2,000 some FIDE, he expected you to win 100 out of 100 times. That's right. That's right. C3 from Amar, C3, C3. That's correct. It's C3. C3. You didn't play Najdorf? Nah, never. Dodo, you know that. C3. So I play C3, right? Okay. I play the Alapin. C3. And we go into regular theory here. He goes D5. I'm literally almost blitzing these moves out, guys. I'm blitzing the moves out. Okay, this is theory. This is theory. I know all this stuff like the back of my hand. Bishop E2. And I've also upgraded this after this game. I had to upgrade it and find some other stuff that I missed before. Hi, everyone. Just chilling. Hope everyone's good. What's up, Scourge? We're great, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. So after castles, this is still theory. E6. Rook D8 is a weird move, but it still can happen. What's up, Calculated Chess? Thanks for the raid, man. We going over round 3. Shout out to Calculated Chess, who was also at the World Open, placing in his section, by the way, too. Calculated Chess, what's up, bro? This is round 3 right here. This is round 3. I'm playing with the white pieces, and this is how you jump off the deep end, guys. This is how you jump off the deep end. So this is round 3. I'm playing a national master, Noah Tom Ford Totes, strong kid. Strong game. Let me show you what happens. This is still theory, by the way. Still theory. So knight f6, h3. I'm just kicking a bishop here, and he's going to take. This becomes a very easy to play game for both sides. So I'm still in theory. I thought this was pretty good. Pawn takes, and then knight takes d4. Knight takes d4. It goes into a lot of trades. Queen takes, bishop takes. Also going back here too. C3 Sicilian. Yep. This is C3 Sicilian. Let me actually start it over so you can see it too. E4, C5, C3. D5 takes, and then D4. D4 is played. You have knight f6 here. You have knight c6. You even have pawn takes. There's many lines here. Many lines that you can do. What's up, Quan? What's going on? Knight c6 and then knight f3. Bishop g4 and then bishop e2. And then rook d8. This is a move that's not played as much, but it's fine. You can just play it, right? So I'm not a fan of seeing this much. I actually think black's a little bit worse in most lines with this. Because it's too early, as you need to be focused on the king side development first instead of rook d8. So h3 is actually the engine recommendation where it actually gives a slight advantage after h3 and then castle. And if you look at games in the database, which I like to do, I like to look at games in ChessBase, it shows this, that they play h3 quite early in these lines to put back the bishop up, so it deprives the queen of this square sometimes. If you play stuff like c4 and the queen can go to h5, you can play h3 kind of first. So which pieces are you playing? I'm playing with the white pieces. Is there a C4 Sicilian? Funny. I mean, there's a Maroxy bind. That's kind of what it would look like, but not a C4 Sicilian. So going here, we have bishop e2, and then rook d8. I castle. I just get out of the way. I'm just finishing development. E6. I go bishop e3 just to keep developing. It's a very easy developing opening for white. I got a few plans. I can go queen a4, and after he takes, put the knight on c3, play a3 to stop anything from stopping the b4, and rook to d1. You always want to know, a lot of times, you always want to know, you know, what the plans are. So a lot of times if stuff changes or move orders change, you still have a general plan or idea of what you should be doing in your opening that you play. So Jessica says, hi, what's going on? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Are you FM now? Not yet. Not yet. Still working on it, you know. Still got to get them points, but I know where I'm at. So it's all good. So looking at this, I play bishop e3, I develop, I get out of the way. He does the same, he just develops knight f6, time to castle kind of thing, right? So knight f6, I play h3. So now it's time to kick this bishop and question him. Are you going to take this or are you going to move out of the way? Player gets opening a couple of times in the tournament. Oh, okay, this opening. You played against that opening a couple of times in the tournament. Yes. It's tough. It's tough playing against either one of these opening actually. Like e4, I mean playing the c3 Sicilian is very strong. And playing against it, you like, I don't know what to do, but I also, if I do know what to do, I'm gonna do well. So knight takes d4, bishop takes, queen takes. We get a lot of trades off, and then a6 happens. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. Usually, I already kind of know this very deep. I know this very deep. So next few moves would be a lot of times knight takes, bishop e7, rook d1, queen c6, knight d2, which is here. After castles, then we go knight f3, and then after rook e8, you will go knight e5. You hit the queen. The queen got to go somewhere. Rook lift to d3, bring the rook over to g3, and then you kind of sack on g7 sometimes, or play knight g4, or even like knight c6 to take here and play rook takes g7. I know this like the back of my hand. I can say this 1,000 times, 100,000 times. This is what I know. The next moves are going to be in this line, usually, and if it's not, it's going to be a variation of that. So I'm kind of like almost like just waiting around, like, okay, where are you going to move? There's only a few moves here you can do, really. So there's only so much you can do. So after, when he played a6, I was like, okay, I didn't expect that. And I don't think that this is going to be that good. I don't think this is going to be that good. So after a6, I played knight d2. I just kept developing. It's always about development number one. So you want to get your development out. So I can just get this knight here, switch it off. Again, probably do the same thing, or put the bishop here. After, like, okay, same plan, knight takes. After the knight gets here, but put the bishop here first, play knight here, swing the rook over, rook lifted to g3 with the same idea of the same stuff. I love how you explain things. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're learning the most that you can. That looks like a complicated pipe drawing. That's funny. That's funny. Just Google Chess Hall of Fame in St. Louis and found the area code is 314. Yes. St. Louis is great, actually. So after a6, knight d2, bishop e7, I play knight f3. I mean, this whole time I've done nothing but develop. Another thing I like about the c3 Sicilian is that there's no weaknesses. I have no like isolated pawns, nothing. Sometimes you'll end up with one or two. Sometimes you'll have that, but you're playing dynamic around it. You just need to know what kind of position you have. So after he castles, he's developed. So which rook did I bring to d1? The a rook or the f rook? Which one did I bring over? Thanks for the follow, Storm. Thank you. Which rook did I bring to d1? F rook or the a rook? F rook from Amar. JMP says the a rook. F rook from Guillotine. Grand Knight says A. I moved F rook from Jessica. I moved the F rook because the A pawn is hanging. He can technically take the pawn. If he just takes this pawn on A2, I go rook A and he just takes this, he can just take it. I mean, yeah, there's pressure. I can actually play knight takes C6, pawn takes into knight E5, and I got some pressure here. This is also a little loose. But why just give him the pawn for no reason? Like, why? Just for what? So I just play rook F to D1. And if I have to, I can always double up here and later on. This queen's not going to be here forever. So I'll play rook F to D1. Usually you want to swing this one over, but I'm like, you know what? Just bring the rook F to F rook over. Have no problems. Queen E4, you know, he played here. This is just a simple position for white and black. I mean, it's very equal. Knight takes, queen takes, and I follow up. I finish, you know, when you have a plan, you just want to try to stick to the plan as much as possible. And this is the plan. I played the same thing. I told you I wanted to put the bishop here, play knight E5, rook D3, and swing this rook over here. That's the plan. I already have it, so I'm already like halfway there, you know. So he plays knight D7, stopping my plan of knight E5. But I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I can swing this rook over anyway and just try to swing it anyway. So I play rook d3 anyway. He follows up with f6. Now, f6 is a strong move, I thought. I thought f6 was very strong here. Now, what do you play now as white here? This is tough. This is not easy. Not easy. And actually, the plan that I chose here was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. and I ended up getting an advantage, and the engine, was like, okay, that's a pretty good move. You have better, or, the engine play this move, blah, blah, blah. But the idea here is, and it actually worked, was very nice. So he played f6, and this is very tough to try to defend against as white here, because if you go wrong, you might even get forked, especially here. Move the bishop and e4, and now you're losing. You're losing. So what do you do as white? What is the move? Last game I'm playing, I developed pieces as my strategy needed. I think my game got stronger as I played. That's right. I used to have at least the first 20 plus in the bag, but I only know like the 7. Rookie 1 from Jessica. Lucid in the building. What's up, Lucid? Welcome to the stream. Rook E1. She says, never mind. Okay. Yeah, take your time, guys. This is not an easy move. I did not make regular move. How does one jump off the deep end? Oh, it's right here. I'm going to show you exactly how you do so. So it's white to move here. Black just played f6. I'm sitting here like, man, do I have to go bishop e3 right now? Because e5 is a legit threat. So I'm like, do I have to go e5? Mr. Rio says b4. And I was sitting here like, man, I just really don't want to put back this bishop up and just give away the slight advantage that I do have. b4 doesn't really help me that much. Is there any compensation from c4? c4 actually just hangs the pawn. So c4, then queen takes c4, and I need a follow-up. It's cool, but you got to ask yourself, what compensation am I getting right now? That's a good question, though. c4 is a good option. You did think about it, just doesn't work. Bishop takes f6. I didn't jump off the deep end that way, okay? Not that way, big fella, but we did jump off the deep end. Just not that way. c4 from Jessica. This is a tough move to find, guys. And it took a while, and I made this very interesting move, and I want to show you. I played knight h4. Knight h4. So a lot of times I tell a lot of my students there's a thing called loose pieces. What is loose pieces? A loose piece is a piece that's undefended. So undefended piece is this right here. So I'm kind of playing off of this piece, understanding that if you go e5, yeah, you can take mine, but I get yours too. But I also want to put this knight on f5 if you do push e5. So if you push e5, I'm going to go knight f5, which means I can swing this rook over and the queen to g4 and have mating attacks right here. Also hitting e7 at the same time. Very strong. And then I can also swing this rook over and then back this bishop up and bring it over to h6 to help out. So it was very nice. I played knight h4 and I was like, this is a sweet move. And he thought for a while. Knight h4 was pretty nice. Pretty nice. So I play knight h4 with the idea of doing all this stuff. He plays knight c5 first, which actually is a pretty cool in-between move. If I go rook g3 right now, he can go knight e4 and hit this rook again. And then this knight kind of looks misplaced and is not looking that fun. So I play rook e3. Hit it right here. Now I'm actually threatening to take this and take on e6. So I'm making a real legit threat now. And also if he plays e5, kind of forcing it, I swing the knight into f5. So I'm like, all right, I'm winning. I'm like just finessing this position off the activity of the pieces. So he plays e5. We go for it. I swing the knight into f5. Queen d7. I'm like, okay, let's go. Queen c4, right? Look at this. So queen c4 check. This can get real cool. Watch this. He goes here. And then I play bishop b6 first to make his rook get off of the file. And then if he goes rook c8, I can play queen d5. Oh my goodness, that was so cool. I wish he would have played rook c8. This is what I was hoping for. Rook c8, queen d5. I really wanted this to happen. Oh my goodness, I would have been like, yes. This is what Jedi do. Queen d5, right? I was ready to play this. I was so ready. Because if he takes, check, I get my piece back. It would have been so cool. Pack it up, big fella. Right, queen d5. Hey man, just start a new one. You can sign right here when you realize what's on the board. You sign the paper when you're ready. So, but he played rook e8 actually. Got out the way. Rook e8. Rook e8. And then I play f4. So f4 was just, trying to pin him down. Not to mention, here's a key point, guys. I was up so much time. I had to be up like 50 minutes on time because my preparation for tournaments is absolutely insane. I mean, people that go to tournaments with me, especially my Michigan crew and my friends, will tell you my preparation is ridiculous for each round and stuff like that. So I'm prepped. I'm up so much time on the clock, so much time, and he's down so much time. So at this point, he's actually getting into time trouble. So he plays king h8. He steps out of the way. Steps out of the way. What I'm supposed to do here, the engine says rook d3 is better. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, Cap and Greedo. So rook d3 was what I was supposed to play. Do you sign a paper in every section at World Open? Only I know in the open section you have to sign for sure. You have to. You got to sign the score sheet. Other sections, I don't think so. Yeah, no, it says no. So knight takes e7, but actually I think the engine said rook d3 in this line. But knight takes e7, so I'm just trying to do everything else. Pawn takes. So watch this, guys. Watch this. Takes. I double up. He plays queen d6, and I'm like, okay, I gave him a little bit of counterplay. Best move here right now is queen b4. That's what I'm supposed to do. So I'll play bishop a5, and then it switches already to like, you know, minus 0.2. At this point, I'm moving a little bit too fast. A little bit too fast because he has like probably 3 minutes, and I'm like at 55. Something ridiculous. Something ridiculous, right? Yo, Mr. Canty, what's up, Quatrick? Welcome to the stream. Interesting way of trying to set up a tactic with the bishop, queens, and knight e. Correct. You're welcome, sir. I love your stream style, commentaries, and Revenge of the Sith. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Kappa Negrita. Welcome to the stream, big fella. We in here. So bishop a5, knight to f4. So he got some tactics. I'm like, how am I giving this man a counterplay? Let me just hold on and stop playing around here. So I put the queen in the center of the board. He actually goes rook f7, but this was totally just better move. But I would have been able to get out of it, but it's still annoying to face. So I play c4 to stop bishop d2. I mean, to queen d2. He goes queen g6. I go bishop c3. He goes rook e7. And then what you think I did here, guys? What do you think? This is how you jump off the deep end. Right here. Right here. What do you think happened? Please someone tell me in the chat. What happened right here? This is how you jump off the deep end. This is how you jump off the deep end. I'm going to show everyone in right here. This is what you do not do. Number one, I want you, everyone in the chat, if you're playing tournament chess, stop looking at your opponent's clock. Stop looking at your, say it with me, class. Stop looking at your opponent's clock. Yes, stop looking at their clock when you're up on time, because you will make blunders. You will make blunders. I promise you, you will do it. You will make blunders. So take f4. I did not take on f4. I did not. Let me show you what happened. I played bishop takes e5. Okay. He took my queen. I took here. He played knight g6. And then after he made this move, I walked out. I went to the elevator. I found the highest floor in the hotel. I got off the floor. I stepped on the ledge, and then I jumped off. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened right here. Right here. This is how I jumped completely off the deep end here. I just was like, yeah, okay, cool. You know what? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let me go upstairs real quick. I'll be back. Knight g6. And it was over. It was just over. One game, gone. Gone. Couldn't play nothing. And what I did was here, I was like, out of frustration, I just took on g7. King takes, rook takes, rook takes. And then I resigned a few moves after knight takes e7. It was over. Unbelievable. Jump right off because I was looking at my opponent's clock. Too much. Ridiculous. Lesson learned, big fella. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. And that is round 3. 2 back-to-back losses. I was angry. And I was like, now I have to bring out this lightsaber. Now I got to turn it on. At first, it's like sparring, playing around, hanging out, having some fun. We at the World Open. Now it's just like, robe on, lightsaber hot. Don't touch me. Don't even look this way. Or you getting this work. And that's exactly what happened the rest of the tournament. We'll go over the rest of the rounds later. But that's round 3. That's round 3 of the World Open.